Estiva, this is Jay Laserbolt from GamerFusion.com, and today I want to talk to you about a topic that I've seen being asked quite often. Apparently when I was live streaming, someone asked me the question. I've gotten the question asked in the comment section, so I said, you know, it's going to be pretty good if I make a video regarding duplicates. I've seen a couple times I've ran the raids, I ran different stuff with different guardians. The first thing I see is, oh, wait a minute, I already have this armor. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. So today I want to talk to you guys why duplicates are important and why you shouldn't be deleting your duplicates, and why you should check your duplicates before you delete them, or you should upgrade duplicates when possible. So let's go ahead and check out my inventory so I can give you guys a breakdown of what exactly I mean. As far as weapons, you guys already know some weapons come with different roles. For example, this is the best example. I have the Fell Winter's Light right here. This one right here has a different role than the other one. For example, the trees you want to look at is 1, 2, and 3, right? So basically this one has the final round, it has Field Scout, it has Snapshot, it has Lightweight, and it has Shot Package, right? So if I get the other one, which would be considered a duplicate, which would be this one, I get Who's Next, I get Quick Draw, Perfect Balance, Lightweight, and Full Auto. So those are different perks, as you guys know that. So that's why you don't want to go ahead and delete it if you guys get duplicates, because you might get a weapon that's the same but has better perks for that specific weapon. So I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys already know that. But the question is the gear. Why would I have to keep the same gear over and over if that gear looks exactly like the same? For example, if you notice, I have 2 raid helmets right here. I have a total of 3 arm pieces. And on this part right here, on boots, I have 3 boots. And you're probably like, why are you leveling up all 4 boots? Why are you leveling up all 3 arm pieces? Why are you leveling up your gear? So this is, we're going to go and break that down. This also happens with exotics as well. When you guys get duplicate exotics, always make sure you check them before you delete them. And this is also helpful for when Zerg comes and you get an exotic piece that's probably already leveled up and you're like, oh, I don't want to grind it out. But sometimes that exotic piece is actually worth the purchase. So for example, as you guys know, we have 3 different tiers of the way we like to play. We can play with intellect, which gives us our super. We can play with discipline, which is better for when we use our grenades. And we could use strength, which is better for reducing the cool time of your energy drain, allowing you to use it more often, right? So basically, these are the ones we're able to use. Basically, the best way I could put it is super, nades, and melee, right? So that's the way you guys want to go about it. So based on this, you have different types of ways you set this up. Let's say you like, for example, my personal preference is I like to use my super a lot, so I always like to have my intellect really high. But depending on the chess piece I pick, I also like my intellect and my discipline to be relatively high. So as you see right here, this build is not effective for that way that I'm trying to play, because only my super is the one that's costing me to be relatively high. My discipline is really low. So the only way I'm able to get that to perfectly be the way I want is if I move stuff around. So for example, if I move that chest piece, you see my intellect drops is still at 100%, which is what we want to keep it at, but my discipline went up by 113 points, so now it's at 42% instead of at 20s. So then what I'm going to have to do is probably look around for another piece that probably gives me more discipline and has some intellect, because I don't want my intellect to drop. But as you see right there, now we're at 153, pushing that to 56%. That's because my boots are at intellect 147. Now, if I had boots that were probably hitting the 100 mark, like let's say I'll put this one right here, you notice right there, automatically my discipline goes high, but I lose my intellect. So then we're gonna have to be like, okay, well, let's look for something that has some intellect and some discipline, so it could push both at the same effect. So right now, it's making a little bit more sense. We got 89 here, we got 75 here. So let's look for a chess piece that has good discipline. So it's all dependent upon how you play. So if you like to play, use your super a lot and use your grenades a lot, then you're going to want to be matching up gear with what works. So for example, this one pushes my intellect all the way super high, meaning I could go ahead and find another piece that has a little bit more discipline, because I could lose some intellect if I need to. So let's say I move this chess piece right here. As you see right there, my discipline goes all the way up, but I lose my intellect. Alright, so what I have to do is find a piece that has enough intellect to push me all the way back to have a good amount of intellect. This one has 147. As you notice right there, almost both of them are at at max capacity, 82 and 100%. Now, this is the reason why you don't want to be deleting gear. You always want to be checking, because based on how you play, this is going to work for all individual classes. Let's say, you know, I want to run a very heavy void type of run. Then I'll go with the Obsidian Mind, and I want to have my intellect pretty high, because this has intellect 68. So I want my intellect pretty high. I could lose a little bit of intellect, which means I could go ahead and get rid of this one, or when this one gets fully upgraded, it's going to push my discipline to 81 and my intellect. So right now what I'm looking for is maybe something that has a good amount of intellect and a discipline. So right now that's not working, right? So this one has 55 and this one has very little discipline. So I could probably move that right there, keeping this me at 100. This one pushed me to 168. So when this one levels up, it should push this one up a lot higher. Now this also works for when you guys are using a different class, like if you guys are running the Titan. Let me go ahead and give you an example of that, of something that happened yesterday, and I'll show you guys how that works with an exotic when you guys get the exotic perk. So basically what I'm going to do right now is log into my Titan, so I can go give you guys an example of the way it works when you guys are getting duplicate content or duplicate exotics for that specific character. Now, I've seen a lot of people dismantle it, or when Sir comes, it's like, oh man, I already have that chest piece, I already have that. It's always good to check the stats, compare it with your stats to see if it's a lot better, depending on what the helmet's for. For example, some helmets or some gear, like, let me go ahead and give you this example right here. So, I have the crest of the Alpha Lupi, right? So, this crest of the Alpha Lupi, I got it from a drop yesterday, and this one is specifically revives teammates faster, spawns more orbs, carry more ammo for special weapons, carry more ammo for auto rifles. Now, my intellect right here is at 160 max capacity. This one in the other case, which is the one I bought from Zer, is at 140. So out of this two, this one's the better one because my intellect's way that much higher. So I really don't need to level this one up. I'd rather level this one up because my intellect will be pushed to that much more. So for example, you see this one says carry an additional grenade and all that. If I get another one that has higher discipline, which is the max capacity 170, and I get one that's 170 in discipline, I might as well start over leveling that one up, because that max, you know, I need that. Those grenades are going to be more important for me for that gear. So for example, this one right here, we have intellect at 102, so more super energy from non-grenade kills, right? And Ward of Dawn blinds enemies who enter it. So in order for me to be able to do my bubble, I'm going to need this to be relatively high. But the only way I can get this relatively high if I have a lot of intellect. So if I could find another one with higher intellect than this one, then I will definitely delete this one and go ahead and start off with the one that has more intellect. Well guys, I hope this video was helpful and informative, and I hope that you guys now better grasp and understand why duplicates are important and why you shouldn't be deleting your duplicates when you guys go ahead and get them. Let me know in the comment section down below if this video was helpful and informative. Also let me know if you guys didn't know this, or if you did know this, please let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget guys, for all things Destiny, head over to GamerFusion.com, where we empower your gaming.